We have to look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin is pulling back here. Now, one of the keys on Bitcoin, number one, you likely will see a move back to the upside on that spot ETF, but it's going to be real quick, so be ready. Now, I wanted to show you guys this amazing little indicator right here. Take a look at this measured move. If we take this low here on Bitcoin and go to this highest point right here where it had so much trouble, again, look at this. Take that low, and we stretch it up right in here. It's about 15 to 16,000, right? Now, if we take that high on the breakout and we stretch it up to 15 to 16, basically 16,000, look at what you get. You get essentially, and I apologize, weren't able to see that on the chart, but right here, here's your low pivot on Bitcoin to the highs here. Then here was your breakout. Literally, we're looking at 16,000 move up, and then from this breakout, 16,000 gets you right to this 47 to 48 to 49,000 level. So again, that's still my target. I do think it could be a very quick move up, and we'll see. The only thing that bothers me about this, guys, is that everyone's calling for this. That makes me a little nervous. Sometimes it tends to make it invalid, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Another prediction for Bitcoin. Bitcoin will have a tumble back into the 20,000 range. I don't know if it's 29, 28, we'll have to see, but ultimately it will pierce 30,000 in 2024, most likely in the first half. If the economy, and this has been my thesis all along, if we see a collapse in the economy, then it is possible to even go back and retest 15,000. Unlikely that would be in the first half of the year, though. It would most likely be in the second half. Now, my last thing I want to say to you guys, you've seen altcoins make some of the most incredible moves. The first 6 months, this is a prediction from me, forecast for 2024 based on charting, based on human psychology, you will see at least a 50% correction in altcoins in the first 6 months of 2024. We're talking about moves in Solana that are unsustainable. I've been seeing pumping like crazy. Scams are galore out there. I want to be clear on this too, guys, and this is an important factor. When you go on CryptoX or whatever you want to call it, or any of these social media platforms, I hope you guys realize that most of these influencers that are pumping these crap coins, they're getting paid by these coins, literally 6 to 7 digits to pump them. And again, yeah, if you get in and it's hot potato, you get out, sure, as long as you're taking a gain, but you don't want to be holding the bag on some of these guys because, again, it's all hot air based on basically what I saw in the 80s and 90s in small cap stocks. That's what altcoin markets are now, which is part of the process. It's part of the maturity process of any asset class. But just be warned that there's a lot of people being paid in the industry to pump these things to uncrazy levels. Remember, you create this meme coin or whatever, and you say, okay, let me pay you $1 million to pump it. All right, and then they make a $500 million. Sure, what is $1 million over here? And they're just unloading it into people as this craziness goes on. This is going on, folks. And again, part of the reason why I'm in favor of regulation in the crypto markets. You got to know that. All right, gold real quick, guys. I just want to cover this. So if we look at gold on the charts, gold continues to hammer right on this all-time kind of closing high basis of around 2080. Look for a breakout in 2024. Again, I've already given you guys my target in previous game plans. We're looking at just above 2,500 would be the inverse head and shoulder move here of gold in 2024. Silver, take a look at silver real quick here. Let me just zoom out on this. Silver, we have this downsloping trend line. We need a breakout above this. If you break out above this, first half, you should see a test of $30. I continue to be very big fans of gold and silver. One little tidbit. I just read it this morning. Missouri and Louisiana, I hope I'm not incorrect on those two states. They are looking to make gold and silver legal tender, which means no capital gains tax on gold and silver. If that ends up happening, huge news. Now, again, it's only two states. I want to see if it starts to spread, but I could see it spreading to a lot of states and making it so that, again, legal tender means no capital gains on gold and silver investments. Incredible thought process there, or again, especially on holding the physical metal. Lastly, I just want to cover oil real quick, guys. So again, we have oil real here. There's your target. There's your head and shoulders. That was your target. We hit it. Look at the bounce coming in. I think oil actually is going to chop in this range for the first half, maybe even move back up towards that $80, $85 a barrel level. By the end of the second half, I think it's close to $50 on oil. Natural gas real quick. We came down to that trend line. Remember, I was kind of like, oh my goodness, is this going to break my long-term trend line here? It actually has held so far. It is down today. But again, I would expect this to trade higher, back above $3 in the first half of 2023. All right, guys, quickly going into it here. Listen, back with the game plan. I know I have a lot to say, and I got to get stuff out of here. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you, as always, for your kind words. Means the world to me. I'm going to be here each and every day to guide you guys. You guys take care.
Ho, 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 ho. Crypto friends. Crypto Street is back with gifts and the jolliest, most mind-blowing crypto scoop to light up your screens like no other. Hit that subscribe button and buckle up. We've got a Christmas chaos update and some spicy Bitcoin blast-off predictions.
Well.
Crypto Santa. Christmas wasn't so merry for the short sellers. Michael Van de Poppe spills the tea that over $80 million worth of shorts got wrecked. And guess who's leading the liquidation parade? Solana. It's flipping the script and taking names. Over 56,000 traders got hit, causing a whopping $129 million in total liquidations. Talk about a wild Christmas ride. Now, let's talk winners and losers in this festive crypto fiesta. Top gainers in the last 24 hours are on fire. Sats with a plus 39.56% dance, Ardita shaking it up at plus 38.62%, and the Sandbox strutting with a plus 19.15% groove. But hey, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Bitcoin play a mixed melody. And guess what? The global crypto market cap is partying at $1.69 trillion. Bitcoin believers. Analyst Credible Crypto is shouting from the rooftops that Bitcoin's about to launch into the stratosphere. At around $43,500, it's like Santa's gift wrapped with a bow ready to skyrocket. Michael Van de Poppe joins the chorus, saying that altcoins are breaking free after 500 plus days. Q1 might just bring us a 2x magic spell on the altcoin market. Are you feeling the crypto vibes? What's the buzz on the crypto streets, and are we in for a wild ride? Let's continue our enlightening discussion with Gareth Soloway.
Look at the S&P 500 here. So we have a couple trend lines that we're going to follow. Number one, we have this pivot point up here. This is your double top all-time high. We are very close to hitting it. We also have this longer-term trend line. Check this out, guys. Look at all these pivot points along the way that this one has hit. And look at what we already hit. So we've already hit this one, which tells us we're into resistance. And then we also have this double top right up here, which would just be a little bit higher, basically about 1 to 1.5% higher on the S&P 500. So let's talk about this. I said I would give forecasts. All right, so forecast for the S&P 500 as well as the NASDAQ, which we're going to look at here. Next year is going to be a tough year. You had a bad year in 2022 for the stock market, a great year in 2023. 2024 is going to be tough, guys. You're going to see the repercussions of the Fed rate hikes ultimately coming up and hitting the market and the economy. Now, just to showcase what I'm talking about here, let's flip over to this real quick, right? And basically, if we go to this, what we have right here on the charts is the bankruptcy filings. And this is just the beginning, guys. And again, look at what happened. When the Fed started raising rates, bankruptcy filings are starting to pop. They're up significantly. Basically, what we're looking at here is we can go back on these charts and we can see that right now, if we draw this line across, you're basically at the highs of 2018. And the last time we were at this level, you'd then have to go back into 2011. We're not nearly back to the 08, 09 level, but that makes sense, right? Because you haven't seen the economy collapse yet. All right, right now the tightening cycle is here. Now, yes, is the Fed generally thought to be done raising rates? The answer is absolutely 100% yes. But the market has priced in now 175 basis points of cuts in 2024, and honestly, that's not going to happen. And I'm going to tell you dead on, it is not going to happen. Another forecast for 2024, I think you'll get about 100 basis points cut, but the 10-year yield has already overpriced that in.
Venture capitalist Tim Draper has doubled down on his $250,000 Bitcoin price forecast. I would say that my number $250,000 will probably come pretty soon, he emphasized, predicting that if the price of Bitcoin hits $250,000, it'll go way past it. NASDAQ-listed crypto exchange Coinbase has responded to U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren's accusations that it hires national security veterans to oppose her legislation. Your claim that Coinbase is attempting to undermine bipartisan legislation related to cryptocurrency is simply wrong. Your accusations are not only unfounded, but a willful misrepresentation of our intentions and efforts, the crypto firm told Warren. Several years ago, the landscape of ASIC Bitcoin mining producers was diverse. Yet over the recent couple of years, a select few top manufacturers have sustained the production of Bitcoin mining rigs. The prosecutor's office for Sofia, the capital city of Bulgaria, has dropped criminal proceedings against crypto lender Nexo. The team of supervising prosecutors came to the conclusion that there was no evidence of committed crimes. The authorities stated, adding that crypto assets are currently not financial instruments and their trading is not subject to regulation in the country. That wraps up today's crypto news highlights. Stay tuned for more updates, insights, and analysis from the world of cryptocurrencies. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content.